Hey everyone, happy Saturday. Hope you're enjoying this weekend. It's soggy here, and you're hearing a clicking, and I have a sensor up there. That sensor opens this magnetic lock. So every time it senses somebody around there, because you don't have to wave here. If you just walk by here, that'll click off the magnet right there. So unfortunately, as I'm standing here filming, you can hear that. But anyway, this is a fairly brief an introduction to what this video is about, and I'm going to let you know. As a matter of fact, let me open it. Maybe if you know what? Now it can't. Now it can't click. There you go. I'm holding it with my foot. So, a couple of things about this robot, and then what I'm going to show you is the mechanics of it, the internals, because it has this clear plexi that shows you. Unfortunately, when I was filming, I must have hit slow mode slowly after the video started. So the voice slows down. You know, it's doing a slow-mo. But I said, you know what? I'm not pulling this out because this thing weighs a freaking ton. In the crate, they rated it at about 1,000 pounds. I'm guessing the crate was 300 plus. So this is like 600 plus worth of robot, 600 plus pounds. So I'm not going to yank it out anymore. I'm done with that. And, you know, you'll just be able to, maybe you could run it at 1.5 speeds. I think YouTube gives you that option. So the other things I wanted to point out is that inside the robot, and I attached some pictures at the end of the video, you'll see there's a counter in one of those pictures. A counter like many of the arcade machines have, the coin-operated machines. So that, to me, is pretty convincing of the fact that this was used commercially somehow, whether it was at an arcade, some type of a World's Fair display. The other thing, I posted this on the AlphaDrone website, it does have a start button here that is no longer working. It was bypassed, and you can see here there's a fuse here. I don't even know if this is wired into anything, and apparently a fuse missing here. So at some point, this was rewired. Now, John from the Robot Hut, he did get a date code on the motor, and the motor from General Electric was issued with the prefix on it, the letter prefix, I believe, in 1932 and 1974. Clearly, this is not from 1974, which means it was assembled after 1932. Now, could that motor have been used for a build that happened in 1940, 1938? It's possible, you know, but it's also possible that it was built in the early 1930s. That's certainly the style. It has kind of a Tin Man style to it. The other thing, I don't know if I've pointed out, in here in these sockets, these are actually light bulb sockets. So you can screw in these Christmas style, those big Christmas style bulbs with the small base, and you know, the eyes would light up. So the other thing, and this, I'll put the internet sleuths on this, maybe somebody can dig this up. This robot came from the Hollywood Hills area, and it could have been maybe even in the San Francisco area. So, you know, whoever can do the research, if you know of anyone that has photographs from arcades, from World's Fairs, starting from the 30s all the way to the 50s, we might be able to eventually figure out the actual history of this piece, because this definitely is not made as a garage piece. This style sitting down was also made in the UK, their RUR robot, I think, which was made in 1928. This was something, there was also, I think, a couple of other American robots. So this was something that was common, not common, but that they made for the period. I think other sitting robots actually stood up. So for now, it's a mystery, and I have some good name suggestions. I do like robots, but you know, I'm still thinking, and I'm showing you some of the screw heads here. Even the screws look old, not as common as you would see. The weathering on this aluminum, the weathering on this rubber, you know, the wood construction, the joints and everything. This whole row of screws missing here. That's kind of how I figured at some point they replaced it with this visible plexiglass. Why? I guess they wanted people to see the mechanics back here. What I did is added some tape to the cord. There's very little cord sticking out. In fact, here we go. There's not much there. And it was a little dry, so I said, let me put some electrical tape. And then I have this, let me zoom out of here. So this is one of those Wi-Fi plugs. So if I plug it in, let's stick this over here for now. I can plug it in and still keep the power off of it, you know, just as a precaution, so I don't get any surges. But then I could use my remote to turn it on when I want to, if I want to demo it. I mean, I really at some point would like somebody to come and look at the mechanics, the wiring. Maybe I'd replace some wiring as a precaution. But anyway, that's it for this mystery, strange, giant robot who is now like the first thing you see here. And I got to tell you, man, I never intended this. You know, came up at auction at R&R auctions fairly recently, and this was not what I intended to be the first thing you see. But I'll tell you one thing, man. I'm glad that I managed to get this thing, because this is one cool thing. To be the first exhibit that you see is spectacular. So anyway, enjoy the mechanic part of this video, part 2. And again, keep in mind that it did go into slow-mo shortly thereafter, so you can speed that part up. And thanks for joining me, man. Don't forget to subscribe, share the videos, and all that other cool stuff. With that, thanks for your time, and I'll talk to you later. Okay, I'm going to show you how this thing's operating from the back. Hard to see, but
possibly come out. It almost looks like they're just held on with Velcro. So, and the other thing I noticed over here was that let me see if it moves. Put my reading glasses on. Stick with me here. Yes, so if you look here, I took a picture. The counter was at 34,444. So this went through 2 cycles on this film or this video, and it advanced too. So this definitely was not somebody's home brew contraption. This was definitely at a public place. For it to have almost 35,000 plays. By comparison, my Cleveland Gents grandmother fortune teller only had 7,000 plays. And that's from 1929, so I mean, this got some significant use. You know, again, we're trying to, hone in on the actual data of this machine. And I'm gonna add in the cause I know it's hard to tell through this. I'm gonna add in some of the pictures that I took. I'll probably also post them on Alpha. for Jerome. And, maybe get a little closer to, dating this thing. But it's very cool. I, just put some electrical tape on there because it was felt a little dry just for safety. I'm using this Wi-Fi switch that flick it on and off, because there really is no on-off switch. If you just leave it plugged in, it would just run. And once I push this back, this thing is heavy. It was easy to brace myself against the wall to push it out. Good luck. I don't know how the hell I'm going to push it back towards the wall, but I'm going to try. In the meantime, because it was away, I figured let me film it, and hopefully it'll give you guys some details, clues. And that's it. Good luck. Maybe somebody can figure this out. Age and location and everything else. See ya.